welcome to LLY-Spotlight, and a very warm welcome to Tom and to Josh. Let's start with you, Tom. Let's talk about your music first, like your way. You got a kind of a long way behind you. You're on tour for a time now. So what was the best or the coolest moment in your career by now?
I did a few months in South Africa.
Yeah.
Did some really awesome festivals out there and toured with some really cool bands like Native Young. Did some stuff with Freshy Grand.
Okay.
That was cool. Also done some cool supports in Europe, like in Switzerland, and yeah, toured with some cool bands. I can't really put my finger on one moment, to be honest.
So you don't have like one special moment where it was like, okay, I'm totally where I should be.
Played a festival in Krakow,
Okay.
which felt really cool.
Why?
It just felt like the best place, like the most awesome festival and really cool, really good crowd.
Okay.
Everything just kind of slotted into place. Felt like it.
So, thinking of all the festivals in the world, like all the cool ones, which one would be your dream festival to perform?
I always thought Splendor in the Grass in Australia could be a cool one.
Oh, how
But
big is it?
I don't know. It's like one of the really big ones, like
Okay.
close to Glastonbury size. Like maybe.
And no mud, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, it's like a no mud version of Glastonbury. But I don't know. I sometimes think that the bigger festivals aren't actually that good because it becomes a very like competitive
Yeah.
mess of
Okay.
disorganisation. And
So you think that the smaller ones are even
sometimes
better?
the smaller ones are much better.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Nicer, yeah.
And for you, which one would it be for you?
I'd have to say Glastonbury. I've
Yeah.
never been, and obviously it's got such a big culture around it. Yeah, Glasgow.
So, huge goal. So, what would you be like? What would be your profession or your job if you would not be an artist? Do you have like any childhood, like future goals where you say, when I'm an adult, I want to be?
I wanted to be a footballer,
Okay.
but then I wasn't good enough at football.
Okay, and you were better in music. or
Yeah,
singing?
exactly.
Okay, and for you?
I got really into surfing when I was a teenager,
Oh,
and it was the same situation. I got like quite good, but not quite good enough to be professional.
professional. Okay.
And then it was kind of.
And you were just like, okay, my voice is like really nice. Let's do that instead.
It's like
Okay.
the second best option.
Yeah, exactly.
So, which person comes like right into your mind when you hear the word talented,
Right.
and why?
So many people.
Like,
Um,
like who inspires you?
I think Justin Vernon for me.
Okay.
Yeah, he's influenced like the music industry in such a positive way rather than a negative way. And he's so heavily involved with so many different cool things that it just never seems to run out, and I think that's like the definition.
So he's kind of your spirit animal, kind of.
Spirit animal, maybe not, like just like biggest source of inspiration, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And for you?
That's a really good question, and the first name that comes to mind is Newton Faulkner,
Okay.
because he's just an incredible guitarist and also an amazing singer as well. But I also really love Matt Corby's voice as well. His voice is insane.
Yeah, it's the word talent, I think,
It's just so many people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Matt
And it's like
Corby's voice
it's
is-
always interesting because, like, by the time I said it, you obviously got a person in your mind. It's like, okay, and that's
Yeah, we're used to doing interviews.
I had more time than Tom to think of an answer.
When was the first time like having a guitar in your hand, or like an instrument, or like which instruments do you play in general?
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, my dad built me it was like a plank of wood with fishing wire for strings,
Okay.
fishing gut for strings,
Yeah.
and it was playable, for sure. And I kind of learnt to like how a guitar works and that, and then
So it's kind of
Yeah.
a guitar.
It was like a plank of wood with fishing wire, and like the fishing wire was attached with these kind of like screw-in hoops. So you screw in the hoops tighter, and the string gets tighter, so you could actually tune it too.
That's really cool.
And it had like
With 6 strings?
4.
Oh, right.
It's like a pre-guitar.
It's a bit like a kind of C60 kind of thing.
Yeah. Wow,
Obviously,
cool.
like not a proper thing, but enough to like feel like you're playing the guitar.
Do you still play it?
And your
Yeah,
dad
I still
built
do it
it?
at home.
Brilliant.
Sorry?
Your dad built it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he knows nothing about guitars and music. He just figured that if
yeah.
you tied the strings on, it would make a sound. So
Huh.
it was on my
Smart.
4th birthday present.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Oh, that's early.
Best toy ever. Yeah.
I guess. For you?
And I started playing the piano when I was 4, and then I ended up picking up the trumpet as well, and guitar when I was 12. But recently I've invested in a duduk, which is an Armenian flute,
Oh.
and it sounds amazing, but it's very hard to play. So
And you just started?
yeah, I'm just teaching myself on YouTube at the moment.
Oh, on YouTube?
Yeah.
So you just
That's
watch
how people
YouTube?
learn now.
Really?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's like the new way. So nobody
Yeah.
has teachers anymore?
If you're self-motivated enough, yeah. But it's nice to have a teacher to like help
Yeah.
you through it and to support you.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like the duduk is 8.5 out of 10 on like the difficulty scale, out of like
Wow.
how hard it is to play it. So it's taking a while.
Which one is the most difficult instrument to learn?
Don't know.
Yeah.
I heard apparently the harp is super hard.
Yeah.
It's like
Gotta do a
because
lot.
like you have to
True.
learn where
Do
the
it.
strings are, which is really hard.
Yeah.
When did you write your very first song, and what was it about?
Okay, mine was when I was 15.
Yeah.
It was about a girl I sat next to in English class.
Oh, it was a love song?
Yeah, of course. I think everyone's first song is a love song. No?
What was
Mine
yours?
actually wasn't. No.
What was it about?
Oh, it's so I don't even want to tell you. It's so embarrassing.
Oh, come on.
Okay. I don't even know what drove me to do it, but it's a song about like a tree falling down, and I don't know why. Like,
How does the chorus go?
I can't even remember.
Can you sing it?
No, absolutely not. But yeah, I don't have like a romantic story about my first song. It was.
But
Just,
what happened to the tree? It just fell?
it's about a tree that's getting cut down, and it's like the tree that shouldn't have been cut down. And I think it was more that I just like made up some guitar stuff, and I thought, no one's ever going to listen to just guitar stuff. I need to write lyrics too.
So you
And
just
like,
put some word in it?
Yeah, and it turned into this like elaborate story about a tree being cut down, and it's
I
so
mean,
not cool.
There could have been a deeper thought in it, you know, because if a tree would just fall down.
I think 14-year-old Tom didn't have much deep thought.
It could be a gap in the market. You never know.
Yeah. There are many gaps in the songwriting market.
So I was listening to your songs, and I was listening to your song "Lost in Paris."
Oh yeah.
And like the first question I asked myself is, how did you find your way back home?
What, from Paris?
Yeah.
Well,
And what is the story about this song?
well, in fairness, like I don't really have a home, so I'm still not back home.
And how did you get lost in Paris?
So I was raised in Paris for 12
Oh.
years, and so Paris means quite a lot to me.
Okay.
And I always wanted to live in Paris, but unfortunately, it's got a shit music scene.
Okay.
So I figured, and yeah, the song is about following your dreams. And Nelson Mandela once said, "Let your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears." And but it's a shame that not enough people do that. And
Yeah.
so I'm following my dream of trying to make a career in music. And I was told you need a backup plan. To which I said, well, if it doesn't work out, then I'll just lose myself in Paris and see what happens there.
All right.
So,
So that's the reason why some of your songs are in French.
yeah, and the French songs were inspired by Le Petit Prince, or
Okay.
in German it's Die kleine Prinz,
Yeah.
and that was my favourite book when I
Kleine
grew up in
Prinz.
Paris.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so
I mean,
the whole
that's
EP.
That's not really a child's book, isn't it? It's like they
Well,
got a lot of.
It's fairly universal, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can keep reading it, and it's very
Yeah.
inspiring. And and I wrote an EP in French, or an album in French, actually. That was inspired by the book.
Oh, that's an interesting story.
Hmm.
So, thinking of any other artists in the world, which song would you love to write? So, do you have a song where you think damn, I would love to write this song?
Or I do a cover of I Can't Make You Love Me by Bonnie Raitt.
Sorry?
When I play live, I do a cover of I Can't Make You Love Me by Bonnie Raitt.
Okay.
And I think that's one of the songs that I even usually say on stage, like, if there was one song I could have written, it would have been that one. Yeah. I don't know, I just think it just sort of touches everyone in a way.
Yeah.
I think it's something that everyone has to go through in their lives at some point. So it's very universally accessible.
And it's also like, I think there are some songs which kind of, so I don't know the English word now for it. Now it's the time. I mean, songs which are more important than other ones. And I think, like, do you have one song? What do you think?
What, me? I would... it's a really hard question because there's so many good songs out there. But actually, the song I relate to the most, I think, in the recent past, is Shiver by Lucy Rose.
Okay.
And I think that's just such a powerful song.
What is it about? I don't know.
It's about missing somebody, and I don't even want to describe it.
Yeah.
You just have to listen to it.
Oh, I will.
Yeah.
I will tonight. So Tom, how would you describe your music?
Oh, come on. You said this is your first interview, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I good?
What's
How would you describe it? You can just say, let's say 5 words to make it a little bit more. To frame it a little bit.
You know what? I'm gonna say no. I'm not gonna know. Next question.
Next question. All right. Do you have an answer for that?
It's a horrible question, but I'm just...
Really? Why?
It's
You
just
don't
like...
have to. You don't have to answer it. Okay.
No, but like,
It's okay.
you always need to answer that question. But
Oh,
yes,
really?
it's a horrible question because like when you write songs, you don't think, oh, I need to sound like this. It just kind of
Okay.
happens. But
So you would describe music as different?
no, because like what everyone says that, don't they? So
Yeah.
I would say my music is indie folk with a tinge of classical music as well,
Oh,
because I write string parts for my songs and all that too.
see, it's a good answer. So, by finishing my sentence, I could not live without.
It's going to be cliche, but music.
Okay?
Yeah.
You can't say the same.
I could not live without. Oh, that's a tricky one.
Me.
Brynley, my session drummer over here.
Oh, that's
We grew up
that's cute.
together.
Oh, childhood friends?
Yeah, we've been playing together for 13 years.
Oh, that's
And,
a really nice compliment.
Yeah, he's on his phone right now trying to avoid
I'm not.
the.
Getting
It's like,
there.
oh god,
It's
this is
like,
so
oh.
awkward.
It's still a little bit awkward. So, do you have any new songs, kind of like releases in the next weeks or in the future, or do you have any dates for us?
Well, with this tour is a release tour for a new EP called Limbo.
Oh, yeah? Oh,
Yeah, and yeah, that's the song was recorded in South Africa whilst on tour
Mhm.
with the help of Mike Sekili from Native Young,
Okay.
and also a producer called Louis Hill, and yeah, it's recorded at Kosher Studios in Cape Town.
Oh,
And yeah,
that's the next one.
that's just been released.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I'm kind of in the midst of a new release right now.
Yeah.
So the new stuff is kind of probably come next year.
All right. And so like the new stuff comes next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And what are your next tour stops?
So this is the Austrian leg. So right now we're just on Vienna. Now we're obviously in Graz,
Yeah.
Salzburg, Afflenz, and then we move back to Germany to do Munich, Hamburg, Hanover,
The big
Berlin,
cities. Mm.
yeah, and a few smaller ones like
Aachen.
Aachen,
Aachen,
Witten, and then
Cologne,
Josh,
Magdeburg.
yeah, Cologne, Magdeburg, and Josh leaves the tour then, and then I move on to Switzerland and the UK.
Oh, okay. So you then go just by yourself? What are you doing now?
Me, I'm gonna sleep as much as possible. I've been on tour for 2 months now, and
Yeah.
I was in Latin America as well, so it's
Yeah.
quite intense. Yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of a rest time then.
Yeah, and I'm writing for my EP I'm going to release next year.
Oh, okay. So big things coming next year.
Yeah, should be fun.
So, okay, I got a little game, which I told you it's called
Good fun.
I Would
Okay.
Rather. So you just pick cards and read it out loud. And you're not allowed to say both or I don't know. Okay, you have to decide.
Okay, is this Would You Rather?
Yeah, what you rather.
Superman or Batman? Batman.
Thank you. We can talk.
Losing your keys or your phone?
Would you rather losing your keys or losing your phone?
You know what? Like the key to our B&B was an app on the phone.
Really?
Yeah, it was really weird. Like you log into an app and it unlocks the phone.
Never
So
heard
yeah,
of
the
that.
two are interchangeable now.
And it's in Ost, like an Airbnb in Graz. It's like
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
modern.
Yeah, so I'd say I'd rather lose my keys because the phone would be a backup.
All right.
Yeah.
Or you can just keep
Present. To read SB Mind.
somebody's mind.
Okay,
Come on.
so I'm not down with the kids. To read somebody's mind or time travel. I think even though reading someone's mind would be useful, I think that would be a nightmare at the same time. So I'm going to go time travel because that would be fun.
True.
These are good, by the way.
Yeah. Same socks or same t-shirt every day? Probably it's same socks because you can keep them in your shoes and they won't smell so bad. Whereas this
I said
t-shirt
the same
with-
yesterday.
yeah, that's an easy one. I'd definitely rather not have.
I said I'm going for the socks.
Yeah.
Tell forever the truth or lie every day for the rest of your life. The truth.
So you're gonna tell the truth every day to
I'm a
everybody.
terrible liar anyway, so
Okay, so this would be an easy one for you.
I guess.
Is it eat the same dish every day, or don't eat the same dish twice for the rest of your life?
You'd run out of food, surely.
Yeah, how would you manage that? I'd say don't eat the same dish. This is hard. Because like you'd never be able to have your favourite meal more than once.
No. So
And
you
also eating would be a pain because
so you
they're-
actually can't have a favorite dish because it's like you can't eat it anyway,
yeah.
a choice. So what would you do?
If it was possible to eat a different dish every day,
You don't
I would
think
like to. That would be nice.
you don't think it's possible?
I don't know.
I
Is
mean-
it? You'd run like you'd be.
There are probably
Over a
more dishes than
lifetime, I don't think
365.
so.
Yeah,
Over a lifetime, I don't think you'd be able to
It would be difficult
survive.
for sure.
Yeah.
you probably need a lot of like cooking books.
Also, I'd happily have sushi every single day.
Yeah, but you'd have to have like a different type of sushi. Yeah, actually, I could also do sushi every day. But also, you become like really malnourished if you just have the same meal every day. Like for every meal, you have the same thing.
True.
So that meal would have to be like
So what do you go for?
probably, obviously, don't eat. Bryn would have a kebab every day for a year, but I don't think I could do that.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, a different dish for every meal.
All right. So 2 more left for you to do.
A day back in the past or a day in the future? A day in the future.
Really, you're the first one. Why?
Just be interesting to see what happens.
So you're curious?
Yeah. I think why look back? Always look forward.
That's a good
How
one.
profound. If you could choose a superpower, be able to fly or be invisible, I think the child within me says fly and the pervert within me says be invisible. So be invisible, sure.
So I'm going for bird.
To Be drunk after one drink or never be drunk again for the rest of your life.
Isn't that really easy?
That's easy. How drunk after one drink?
Yeah, like wasted drunk.
Like shit. Like
Yeah.
really,
like really drunk.
That
What
wouldn't be
happens if you
ideal.
have half a
though.
drink?
You get half drunk.
Ah, I
okay.
like your way of thinking.
Well, sometimes I need a shot of whiskey to help my throat if it's really bad for singing. So I'm going to go with never be drunk again. Yeah, because that would be shit if I just played a show and I was just off
Oh,
my
you're
face
just wasted, yeah.
from one drink.
True. So last one for you, and that's the important one.
I feel like my hands are tied on this one. Austria or Germany? Austria.
Aww. So guys, it just comes to an end now. We have our last question we just ask every time, and that's why does life loves you?
Why does... Say that again.
Why does life loves you?
Love you.
Love you,
Why
sorry.
does life love you? I guess because I'm very lucky and I'm where I am today. I get to travel and play music.
Alright, and for you?
Yeah, I mean, we're part of a small segment of a population in an era which allows us to travel well and play music. So that's a pretty lucky thing. So yeah, that's why life loves us for sure.
Really cool. So thank you guys. I'm gonna see you tonight.
Pleasure, yeah.
Sweet.
What a nice one.
Thank you.
That's good.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
That's the worst question ever. I'm sorry, but like, I just cannot bring myself to answer that question.